we're going to do the world's best lasagna. I found it on All Recipes, and it's by John Chandler. This is not my recipe. I'm not going to take credit, but I've tried it and it's really good. So the recipe calls for 1 pound of Italian sausage and a 3/4 pound of lean ground beef. Well, I use 80/20 ground beef. That's what I have. And you also use a 1/2 cup of minced onion and 2 cloves of garlic crushed. And that's what's in here. The garlic is actually at the bottom, and I got the garlic that's already cut up. I'm going to use 1/28 ounce of crushed tomatoes, 2 6 ounces of tomato paste, 2 tomato sauce. You're going to use white. In here I have white sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil leaves, a 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper, and that's all my seasonings in here. And then we're going to use 4 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, the lasagna noodles, 16 ounces of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of salt to go in that dish, and 3/4 pounds of mozzarella cheese slice, and 3/4 cups of parmesan cheese. Now my mozzarella cheese is not, yeah, I did buy the slices, but I also have 8 ounces of the shredded, and I have the grated parmesan cheese here, like they said. Okay, so here are all of the ingredients: the black pepper, the parmesan cheese. Here is the onion and the garlic, my parsley, all of my seasonings, my ricotta cheese, my water, crushed tomatoes, the sauce, the paste, the salt, the Italian seasoning, the fennel seed, and the basil. That's all the ingredients, minus the lasagna. Of course, you need the lasagna. And this is the recipe for the world's best lasagna. And I'm going to link it below. Okay, so because this recipe calls for lean ground beef and Italian sausage, it tells you to add the onion and the garlic when you first brown your ground beef. I'm not going to do that because I will have to strain the grease from this 80/20 ground beef. Excuse my grandbaby in the background. He's here from Houston for Easter. But anyway, I'm going to add the onion and garlic after I brown the ground beef, and so I'll be back. Okay, so what I did is I browned the ground beef, but I didn't ground it all the way, and I added onion and garlic to it.
Let me slide my hand on.
Okay, since the recipe said to add the onion and garlic in with the raw ground beef, I browned it about 75%, strained most of that grease, see, and then I added the onion and garlic to it. And now I'm going to just cook this until it's all the way brown, like I said, well browned, and I add the other seasoning. Okay, now we're going to add our crushed tomatoes, our tomato sauces,
I don't know if it's because it don't hold all the way, but it don't irritate my skin.
our tomato paste, and your 1/2 cup of water.
I always spray something in it, so whatever perfume or whatever I'm wearing, I spray it in my hair. That stuff I bought there.
Okay.
What's that?
And then once we add all this, then we're going to season with all our seasonings. Okay.
Hello?
This cooks for 1.5 hours, and so now it's done, and we're going to start laying our lasagna. We've added the meat sauce, and now we're going to add 6 noodles. Now we've added the noodles. Okay, now we've added the ricotta cheese mixture. Here's a layer of mozzarella cheese. The meat mixture, we've added the meat mixture. Now we've added the Parmesan cheese on top of the meat mixture. Okay, you cover this with foil, bake for 25 minutes. Take the thing off for 25 minutes and let it cool for 15 minutes, and then you're ready to eat. Hi, here is the finished lasagna. Okay, here's the completed lasagna. Enjoy. Okay, here's the completed lasagna. Toy. Okay, here's the completed lasagna. Toy. Okay, here's the completed lasagna. Toy. Hi. Here is the finished lasagna.